How are we doing today? I heard like 2 people over here, maybe one. I know it's hot, but we need a little bit more
You're about to
crowd
see full from
participation.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
Get excited.
There we go. How you guys doing today? See, the second time is always way better. All right, cool. Well, welcome to the Animal Encounters Village here at the Columbia Zoo Aquarium. How many returners do we have here? Anybody been to the village ever? Yeah, a few of you? All right, cool. Well, welcome. Just to kind of tell you what we do, our job is pretty much to come out and introduce you guys to some cool, exotic animals that you'll be able to pet and take pictures with. Unfortunately, the cheetah is not one of those. But you will be able to see him about 15 feet away. He'll be right up here, and you guys will be watching after the show in the side yard. But before we bring out the stars of our show, we have a see what you guys know. So,
we have to test your knowledge before we bring these 2 amazing animals out. So first off, who knows how fast a cheetah can run?
60 miles an hour. 45.
what was that?
60 miles an hour.
Right here in the blue.
45.
45, a little bit higher.
Heard that one right there.
Miles an
All right, well,
hour.
congratulations.
That's exactly right. So they
You
can
go
go
right
from
past
0 to 65, 70 miles an hour in 3 seconds.
That's right, but even though that is pretty impressive, it's about as fast as speeding on the highway. They aren't the fastest animal in the world. Does anybody know what the fastest animal in the world is? Yeah, that was awesome. Good job. Peregrine falcon. On a downward dive to attack prey, it can get up to going about 200 miles an hour, which is nuts. That's crazy.
So obviously you guys are here to see the cheetah, but you can't forget the other important part of our show. What breed of dog do we have living here at the Columbus Zoo for cheetah? Right here in the brown. That's exactly right. It's an Anatolian Shepherd.
Good job. All right, and our last question. Does anybody know the name of the book that was published that tells the story that we're about to tell you guys? If you don't know it, I'll give you a hint. It's also the name of our show. Who said that?
Enemies for life.
Enemies for life. There you go. She got it. All right. Well, without further ado, I suppose if they are ready in the back for us, we are ready for them, and we can go ahead and bring out the stars of our show. These guys are stars too. They've appeared on television with David Letterman and the Today Show, and Jack Hanna takes them all over the place. So it looks like they might not be ready. Sometimes the cheetah just like to walk, pretty much does his own thing. But Kayla here is going to go ahead and get us started out with, oh, here they come. All right, just on time. Kayla's going to go ahead and get us started talking about the cheetah.
Alright, so this here is Ray, our 2.5-year-old adult cheetah, and Ruth, our Anatolian Shepherd. Now, a cheetah, we've all seen on maybe Animal Planet in comparison to lions and showing the cheetahs in the wild, and it actually looks like a pretty small animal on the TV, but here they really are big, powerful animals. Cheetah, being the fastest land animal on Earth, has to have some pretty amazing adaptations in order for them to reach those speeds of 65 to 70 miles an hour. One of those that you see are those claws. How many of you guys have cats at home? We all know that their claws retract inside their paws. Cheetahs only have semi-retractable paws, so they can't go all the way back inside their paw. And that acts as cleats to help them dig into the ground and reach those top speeds. Also, they have a pretty unique tail. Their tail is actually flat towards the end, and that helps act as a rudder. When they're chasing the gazelles that can zig and zag and reach those top speeds as well, the cheetah needs to be able to make those sharp turns to catch that gazelle, so that tail acts like a rudder. Also, pretty unique to the cheetah are those black stripes underneath their eyes. Those are called tear marks. And out in the savanna of Africa, the sun's really bright, and in order to see their prey, they need to have those black marks that actually reflect the sunlight just like sunglasses. Now, being a pretty big animal, they actually cannot roar like your lions and tigers can. These cats just purr. But that doesn't mean that they're not a powerful animal. This cat is uniquely built for speed. But Ruth over there is built more for power.
That's right. And, you know, Ruthie here doesn't usually get enough credit because we got this big fancy cheetah up on stage. But Ruth is actually a powerhouse. Now, as we said before, Ruth is an Anatolian Shepherd. And for 6,000 years, these dogs have been bred to be guard dogs. And they are one of the best at it. As you can see, she does have a very muscular build, but this is not the biggest they can get. For example, Ruthie's dad was about 180 pounds. It's about as much as I weigh. And that is a huge dog. These dogs can have bite forces of anywhere from 200 to 300 pounds per square inch, which could easily break a bone. Now, there are some myths and legends that have been going around with these guys, and one of them is that they can actually take on a pack of wolves to try and defend the animals that they have been bred and created to defend. In fact, there's also another legend that says that an Anatolian Shepherd successfully fought and scared off a black bear. And that's pretty scary. You have to be ferocious in order to do something like that. But as you can see, Ruthie really isn't that ferocious here on stage. But you know, they don't really make that good house pets. When you get them as puppies and you begin to put them in with like flocks of sheep and flocks of goats, and what you're trying to have the dog protect, they create a bond with that thing. So, for example, if you were to have small children and you had an Anatolian Shepherd, and you were to go and try and discipline your children, say if they did something wrong, Ruthie here would then retaliate and try and protect the kids from you, which is not really the kind of situation you want to be in with your
I don't
house.
think they still have those out.
Not really at all. But, you know, they're up here on stage, and I'm sure some of you are kind of confused as to why. And Kaylee here's going to shed a little light on how these guys interact in the wild.
Exactly right. Like Levi said, this dog is made to be a working dog. It is happiest out in the field working. So that's exactly what that dog does over in Africa. We were having a problem. Cheetahs are endangered animals, and farmers were expanding their lands into cheetah territory. Well, for the cheetah, if you were a cheetah, would you rather eat a slow sheep or a fast gazelle? You're going to want to take the slower animal. It's going to be a much easier meal. So the cheetahs were preying on the farmer's animals. For that farmer, that's how he supports his family. That's his livelihood. So they were getting upset, and basically the Cheetah Conservation Fund decided to give Anatolian Shepherds to farmers over in Africa free of charge. And those Anatolian Shepherds are raised out in the farmers' herds to protect the herds from the cheetahs. So in the end, everyone's happy. The farmer's happy because the cheetah isn't eating his animals. The dog's happy because he's working and providing for his human. And then the cheetah's happy because they're not getting shot. Now, obviously out in the wild, they wouldn't be best friends like they are here. And Levi will tell you exactly why they're friends here at the Columbus Zoo.
Well, it does seem a little weird that we have a really big African cat and a really big dog paired up, and they seem to be pretty much buddy-buddy. And that's exactly what they are. They've been put together since they were about 6 weeks old. So they were a kitten and little puppies. And they pretty much became best friends right on the spot. They didn't really know the difference that, you know, the dog isn't really supposed to like the cat, and the cat isn't really supposed to like the dog. They just got along. And we kind of knew that was going to happen. And here at the Columbus Zoo Aquarium, we like to do everything we can to try and spread the news of conservation, spread what the world is trying to do to help out the animals we love. And Jack Hanna wanted to take this cheetah and his brother all over the world to try and spread the story that we just heard. Now, as Kaylee said, cheetahs are kind of skittish animals, so it takes very little to scare them. So if a cheetah were to come out on stage in front of a crowd full of hundreds of people and video cameras pointed at him, it would get kind of timid and a little difficult to control. So we have paired it up with this really strong, confident guard dog that gives it the confidence to come out on stage and get up in front of you, kind of show off, be a showboat a little bit, and cooperate with the handlers. And this allows us to come out and tell this really cool story. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask us. We're here. You guys can get up and go check them out over in the side yard. Thanks for stopping by and checking out our frenemies, Cheetah and Dog.